I'm 33, single, making 145 a year as an OSINT analyst in Dallas. If I've got 225 in HYSA, 60 in a 401k, can I save $3,500 a month? Can save $3,500 a month. What's a good move? Am I stupid to not buy a house?
A little bit. I think you're overweight. Having cash. Some of that cash. Congratulations on having all that savings, buddy. Good for you, man. I'd be looking around in the popular areas, man. I know the high yield savings account's starting to make you it's like, well, that makes me X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you're due, right? If you're seeing prices that piss you off, he's in Texas,
Dallas.
Go buy something in the hottest area that's not Dallas, but Dallas is on the radar, man. I don't think you're gonna, at least a high bedroom condo for just a plain high yield savings account move of real estate would be a condo, something like the nicest condo, because those will always be those business casual, those types will always be in need for a 3-bedroom condo that'll be moving into the new casino that Mark Cuban builds with his titanium arms. Mark Cuban's going to be hand building a casino with his titanium arms because he weighs.
Is he actually making a casino?
Oh yeah, he's going to turn Dallas into Las Vegas. Watch, 100% sure of that. But so if you want to do next to nothing, buy a condo, which is basically rent. And then if you want to do something, buy a house. But I'd be looking outside Texas with some land, something special that the people who are going to they're going to take their money off the table in Dallas. They're going to move out 25 to 30 minutes, and they're going to buy a special piece of real estate out there because they're getting twice the house for half the price, and they're going to be right side up in even these bad interest rates. That's what everybody does. So, but yeah, like I said, if nothing else, and you really don't want to do work, and you're kind of just not a home buyer right now, try to find a good 3-bedroom condo. It's not gonna race up, but it will trade with the city of Dallas, and you're not gonna be paying it. You're gonna be putting a small savings account. It's gonna work to your advantage, kind of like your HYSA is doing, your high yield savings account's doing.
And now
that's what I would do. No big deal.
Ted Jizz Jangler with $25.
Ted Jizz Jangler.
Yeah.
The old Ted.
Sup Chrysanthemum and Nickelodeon. Live along Jersey Shore. Parents bought house 20 years ago for $100K, now worth $1 million. House prices are crazy. Am I perma priced out? Got $120K invested, make 6 figures, and still can't keep up.
Where?
Jersey Shore.
Really? What about Atlantic City? What about AC? I think the gambling world and AC are gonna have a firework. Yeah, you're probably priced out. I wouldn't be trying to play. There's gonna be a lot of people change hands. You got a lot of snowbirds in New Jersey. You have a dying population out there. But those Guidos don't want to let their go cheap. I'd let it settle out. I'd sit tight for a little while. Go buy a vacation home in the Poconos. A rental. Get your beak wet if it's driving you crazy. A really good vacation home that you can salt away. And if they're not cash flowing, like all these, it doesn't cash flow, it doesn't make sense. What else are you gonna do? I would buy something and lose $6,000 if it was dope a year, like on paper. If I could own a thing and it would rent out and cover my thing, cover the nut, and the fees, and I was down $5,000 or $6,000 to turn into I don't have a better idea for it. I'm not sitting here assuming that everybody's a master of money. I know real estate. I wouldn't mind owning 5 houses. It's a pain in the ass. Over time, it's a play. You can you can change the experience if you bought a cool enough property, which I would. But I think you can buy some stuff outside of Jersey's proximity to the Poconos and vacation areas just outside. If you wanted to do something like that.
I don't know.
The Italians don't let their shit go. We have that problem around here. These are crazy. Are you kidding me? That meme about boomers dancing about selling their popcorn ceiling green carpet house for $1 million. That is New Jersey, Rhode Island to a T. I'm not playing that.
Sister state.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to stay in. I mean, there is an inventory problem. It is a battle, but I'm not playing that game when the stakes are $700,000, $800,000, $1 million. I'm not going bankrupt for there'll be an adjustment around here. There is stuff sitting a little bit longer. There's not enough for the seats. I know New Jersey's got a big spill from New York. You have a huge spillover. Both sides of New York have like a huge frothing spillover from the price of New York. But
we get
if you have to buy something, I would go out and buy a vacation home. If I'm sitting there doing nothing and I'm sick and tired of renting, I'm buying a vacation home as cheap as I can that I know I could turn an Airbnb. They exist. I find them.
Mark with $25. I was just in Chamonix. What are your thoughts on buying land then building pre-built homes on them?
If you're rich, there's probably other things you can do. I wanted to do a tiny house, like a hotel thing, right? Like a tiny house camp with a campsite, and I want to do like 5 yurts, 5 tiny houses, plug-in campgrounds. That was my idea. But as you get enough money to do that, there's just so many other things that you'd rather do that don't require you babysitting a bunch of campers. Where do you make money on it? What do you make money on? The monthly rental? The stays? You're a hotelier? Break it down. It's costly, right? So let's just call each unit $35,000. Being cheap and whatnot. But when do you make $1? You're going to spend $350,000. That's all cash. It could cash flow for you. You can rent them out for $150 a night times 5. I get it. 200 nights a year, but I think it'll work, and I think that designated tiny house spots need to be next to concert venues and like the Apple Pie Fest. I was going to do mine near Brimfield. We could rent them out every seasonally. Places that have an underserved hotel market that needs to be. Where bad hotels are busting at the seams or hotels still have traction. People don't stay in fucking roadside motels anymore, and like La Quintas are fading. They're going to change hands. They're going to sell to migrants. They're going to sell to the government for migrant stays. But they'll be cool, but it's a big cash layout. And the thing is that once you get to that much cash, there's a lot. The players who play in that game have a lot better things to do with the dough. I'm not saying don't do it. Do it. They're cool. But, that would be the idea that I had. Like a bunch of A-frames, a bunch of different type of alternative dwellings on a campground with camp stay, campsites, a central location with a bar, food, etc., entertainment, a pool, a septic, showers, and then a bunch of. But I mean, I'm talking that's $1 million build out. Look up Auto Camp if you want to see the way that works. Auto Camp is a perfect model of that executed. It's a multi-million-dollar West Coast operation that is seeding all across the world.
Robert Searson with $25. What do you think of live property auctions? Have you ever just gotten a total steal just because nobody else showed up? I found a listing that goes to auction this Thursday. It says no minimum and no reserve, no asking price.
Yeah, why? Go to the town, pull the card, figure out everything on the house before. Go talk to the town hall. Does it have violations? Is something not in code? Is there a sewer problem? Is there back taxes? Is there just get all the info on the property, pull the field card and figure out what's up, talk to everybody. Why has it not changed hands? No, I don't with auctions. It's always been too big of money for me. The guys buying auctions around here spend stupid money, and everybody's doing it with like private money. I'm not flipping a house for 20,000 profit. You can blow me. Too much time. I'm not into it. The margins are too thin around where I live. Guys are just too hungry to invest their money and play Johnny the Builder. And it's flipping, so I'm all set. You have to like be down to the wire. So the economics of a house flip only allow you to do a cool enough house to paint it gray and white, and I don't want to play that game. I don't care to do that. I've had an opportunity to do that since I was 20. I could have gone and worked for anybody. A lot of guys would give me money to flip houses. I don't want to do it because I have to build a house that I wouldn't feel good about selling, and I don't give a f. I'm not going to be a good conscious for that. And that ship sailed around here. Like, guys paying like $350 to flip it for $440. Like, the out of here. Retards.